Kemi Badenoch sided with JD Vance over the free speech stuff. It's been a big week for free speech generally, though, hasn't it? Like, yes, the abortion protester woman breached the pavement thing, and now, as I understand it, she's been convicted of, harassment or illegal protest or whatever. So there was that. But also, Drain Rod Stewart, or Charlie Mullins, as he's known, in right-wing media circles and presumably on Harley Street. You may have seen him as a contributor on GB News and Talk TV every so often. He looks a bit like Rod Stewart, right? Except he's a plumber. He ran Pimlico Plumbers until he sold it for an absolute fucking wedge. And so all of that lot love him, don't they? He's a plumber, salt of the earth. He's a working class hero. And of course, he says it how it is. And he was threatened last week with having his OBE taken off him because he had tweeted. We talked about this. I can't remember what day it was. One of the paper reviews. He was threatened last week with having his OBE taken off him because he had tweeted that somebody should kill Sadiq Khan, which is like, pretty sure we've talked about this, right? Like, it's kind of the least serious thing that can happen to you off the back of saying something like that. Like, it's not that bad, is it? If you outwardly, openly say in a post-Joe Cox, post-David Amos Britain that somebody should kill the Muslim mayor of London. If somebody says, listen, man, look, if you keep inciting racial murders of elected officials, Charlie Mullins, I mean, we might be forced to take away your silly little medal. That's like the least worst thing that could happen.
It took me 50 years to get it.
50 years.
And it's taken 5 minutes for these busybodies that have never done nothing in their life, right?
I think you could take that on the chin, Charlie.
They're pen pushers or keyboard warriors. They've never done nothing other than destroy England. Sadiq Khan has destroyed London single-handed.
But even that, man, even that shit they can't handle. Like, who else has had a medal taken off them? What other famous faces have had medals confiscated from them and they didn't say shit? They didn't turn it into some fucking tabloid hysteria. Who else has lost a medal? Fucking Lance Armstrong? Milli Vanilli lost a Grammy, didn't they? Like, I bet Lance Armstrong is gutted that whole thing didn't blow up in 2025. Like, he was just before. Like, if Lance Armstrong got busted now for doping and lying and taking sponsorships based on false endeavours or whatever. If Lance Armstrong got busted now, he'd be able to just say, oh, it's dark forces. It's dark forces, it's the deep state taking me down. The cycling body, the American Cycling Association, is a deep state institution. But anyway, Charlie Mullins put out this piece in the Telegraph at the beginning of the week, and it said, bear in mind what he said, somebody should kill Sadiq Khan. The Telegraph published this piece, I criticised Labour and the thought police came for me. This is what he says. Criticised. It's what he did, is it? Criticised them. He criticised Labour. Oh, somebody should somebody should string Charlie Mullins up until his legs stiffen. What? What, Hate? You can't say that. I'm just criticising. God. You can't say anything anymore. Somebody should put a plastic bag over this cunt's head and tape that fucker shut while his weeping family watch. What? I'm just criticising. People, it's a criticism that I just said. It's what is missing from the political conversation. These days, it's good for debate, is what it is to have criticism like that. It says, the attempt to remove my OBE was politically driven and mean-spirited, he says. Mean-spirited. The threat The threat to have a medal taken off him was mean-spirited. Not the urge for somebody to murder the mayor of London. That was just bants, mate. That was just jokes. That wasn't mean-spirited. You remember jokes, don't you? God, nobody can take a joke anymore, can they? It's like the time Jeremy Clarkson said he viscerally hates Meghan Markle and he wanted to see her dragged naked through the streets of London while people throw shit at her. He said that. That was just jokes. All of it was funny. And bants, it was funny or criticism. But I'll tell you what, you threatened to take away my OBE, and that is a step too far, son. That is just beyond decency. That is mean-spirited is what that is, guys. On Monday, I joined Lord Young's Free Speech Union. Lord Young is Toby Young, by the way, just in case you didn't know. Drainrod says, seemed like the right thing to do in the current political climate where you are expected to toe the line, he says. And you're not expected to do that. Drainrod. You just expected as the baseline entry level requirement to the political discourse is you're not expected to urge people to murder other people. Is just anyway. You'll get it. You'll understand in time. It'll sink in. It's fine. Or else pay the price of being attacked and cancelled by the self-appointed guardians of truth. And again, not self-appointed. Just police normally when you, you say something like that. Just police doing their very best to stop weird flag emoji Twitter from reading your criticism and Molotoving Mayor Khan to a fiery death. He continues. They wanted to punish me for things I've said about the Labour Party. I have said they are completely inept and unqualified to run a corner shop, let alone a £1 trillion economy. I mean, it's not problematic, is it? It's, you're talking about Sadiq Khan and he's like unqualified to run a corner shop. Like there's that sort of racial undertone there. I'm sure he didn't mean it. I'm sure that when he said it, you could have told from just the look on his face that he didn't mean it. Well, maybe you couldn't. It depends how much Botox he had that day. But you get my point. I'm sure there was no intent there to make it racial. Sure, I'm being oversensitive and snowflakey. I mean, look at me. A second ago, I was taking offence at the threat of murder. Clearly, that was just criticism. So I have history in taking things too seriously, guys. I said they were completely inept and unqualified to run a corner shop, let alone a £1 trillion economy. They disagree, which is fine. It's their right. But what isn't right is to come after me for trash talking their government. Is what he says. And again, guys, he says, wearily grabbing his megaphone. Again, it's not for trash talking. It's not for criticism. It's not for calling them inept. It's not for not towing the line. It is literally just for suggesting that people might want to consider murdering the recently re-elected mayor. Anyway, he says, and when I say come after me, I mean the put-up job of using a below-the-radar committee, the Honours Forfeiture Committee, to attempt to strip me of my OBE, he says. Oh dear. Oh, that's sad. So, Charlie Mullins is all up in your grill, guys. He's like, I criticised Labour and the thought police came for me. Except it wasn't Labour. It was what was it? What did he call it? It was the super lefty, woke, communist, Marxist, what were they called? Oh, the Royal Honours Forfeiture Committee. Is that right? Was it them? Yeah, they sound a bit lefty. Yeah, definitely a long arm of Labour there, I think. It wasn't the thought police. If anything, it should have been the actual police. It wasn't a thought. It was a thing he said. Like, he's such a great example of everything that's wrong with the modern right. Like, he supports reform, because of course he fucking does, right? Whose financial policies are basically the same as Liz Truss's, okay? They want to radically cut taxes. Liz Truss radically cutted taxes. And both of them in a way that is uncosted, that wouldn't pass the smell test at the Bank of England. It would cause untold mayhem, chaos. So he has no idea what he's egging on, fiscally, economically, by backing Nigel Farage and Richard Tice. He is hopelessly intellectually outgunned in these sorts of conversations. And so then he resorts to talking shit about people, which I'm not going to criticize him for doing that. I mean, that's basically my modus operandi these days, doing these Friday night shows. But instead, you know, if we're talking criticism, if we are permitting criticism for but a moment, yeah, I think somebody should push him off the edge of an oil rig. That's my criticism. So fiscally, he's a moron. Socially, he comes off as a bit of a bellend. But on the rare occasion that people like this are held to account, then they cry the fucking thought police, don't they? Or they say that the fact checkers are biased, or that the electoral lies should be protected under freedom of speech. We don't need to tighten those rules. It shouldn't be illegal to lie on the election campaign trail. Everything that is wrong with the modern right can be witnessed through that trajectory that we've seen with Charlie Mullins. Says something outrageous, gets called up on it, calls thought police, cries out thought police, and everyone's supposed to take it seriously.